issues that are really crucial in our community, and one of those is gun violence and violence in general. This is about the students. It's about the game. It's about what we do together as a community, as partners, to address these issues. So right now, I'm going to call up our superintendent, Dr. Mark Sullivan. He will be followed by Mr. Cedric Sparks, who's the Chief of Staff to Mayor Randall Woodfin, and we'll hear also from the principals and some outstanding student athletes who will use their voice to amplify the call in this initiative. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Good afternoon. In just a few weeks, we will have hundreds of our athletes on fields across the district. But at this historic stadium, we're going to host one of the biggest crowds that we will see this season, and that is between Ramsey High School's Rams and the Parker Thundering Herd. You know, I applaud all of our students who came up with this idea to stand against violence and to really reach out to our community and let them know how serious this problem truly is. I want to recognize this and thank our partners, chiefly the city of Birmingham. You know, when we say stop the violence, it's not a platitude for us, it's actually an action step. Whereas we're bringing attention to the issue today through this game and through this press conference, let me tell you about the work that the city council and the mayor have done to support anti-violence in Birmingham. You know, in Birmingham City Schools, we benefit from $1 million for mental health supports that the mayor provided for the, I think this is 4 or 5 years now. That provides a counselor in every one of our schools. We're joined here by Judge Sparks, who has a program called Common Ground. And that program is about how the students make better choices. It's about conflict resolution. So it really addresses those areas it involves conflict resolution. We want to end violence in the city, and we don't want to just admire the problem, but we want to be one of those people who are on the forefront of trying to solve the problem. We have with us our principals of both schools. We also have Mr. Cedric Sparks, who is representative for the mayor's office. So this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Sparks to come up and give greetings on behalf of the city. Mr. Sparks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. So good to see you. It's my high honor on behalf of our honorable mayor, Mayor Randall Woodfin, and the city of Birmingham to stand with our esteemed superintendent, Dr. Sullivan, and Birmingham City Schools, these outstanding principals and their football programs, head coaches, and these awesome student athletes in this annual Stop the Violence Classic. Dr. Sullivan has already noted that I would certainly be remiss if I did not acknowledge the presence of several of our key leaders in the community who are standing with us in solidarity. We have representatives from the state, from our city council. We have representatives from our school board. Our esteemed chief of police will be joining us, and obviously city leadership from our municipal court and our parks and recs department. Dr. Sullivan really said it best. Too often, many of the members of our community have been negatively impacted by violence, and this game is an example of how we use the tools in the city's toolbox to combat this violence. This event, this room, these folks that are standing behind me, it represents the true strength of our community. First of all, it's a great, fun football game between two outstanding programs that both have a history of both pride and excellence. It's a combination of our local, regional, and state officials banding together to say that violence has absolutely no place in our community. We have community partners that will be on hand to ensure that there's awareness of the resources that are available. And then finally, and to me most important, we have outstanding student athletes that are leading the way. Many of them I have the opportunity to know. I've had the opportunity to either work with them, coach with them, be around them. And most people, especially young people, are likely to pay more attention to them than they would any of us, especially grown folks. The city of Birmingham, as we increase the number of police officers in our city, as we provide conflict resolution programs, as we collaborate with key stakeholders, we should all be able to acknowledge and agree on one simple fact. Violence is never the answer. It only begets more violence. It doesn't diffuse the issue, it just ignites it. Let's all individually commit to being the change that we seek, and let's make certain that we follow the lead of these young people as they lead the way. Thank you. Oh, let me bring up the esteemed principal of Ramsey High School, Dr. Carolyn Russell.
Thank you, Chief of Staff Sparks, on behalf of Ramsey High School. And I want to say thank you to our superintendent, Dr. Sullivan, who took the idea that the students came up with, and he has championed it. So I am grateful that we're here today to recognize the fact that we do have some concerns and that our students understand that they need to be addressed and are working toward just making it happen, fighting against the violence that plague our lives on a daily basis. When our families suffer, we suffer. I also want to take this time to recognize, and he'll be coming shortly behind me, one of the greatest coaches in the city of Birmingham, Coach Ronnie Jackson, who is in his 5th year at Ramsey High School. He has, from day one, been to the playoffs every year, won a championship, and the second time went back for the runner-up. So he's not only been a great coach, but he's also been a great motivator to our students. And so with that being said, on Thursday, we not only want to win the fight against violence, we also want to win the game against A.H. Parker High School. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It gives me great the opportunity to bring greetings as the 10th principal of the historic A.H. Parker High School. I sing the same sentiments as Mayor and Chief of Staff Cedric Sparks, along with our Superintendent, Dr. Mark Sullivan, that this is more than a game. This is an opportunity for our scholars to display their talents, but more importantly, it gives them a platform where they can have a game with a purpose. There are much better ways that we can resolve our conflicts without resorting to violence. And I'm just honored to stand here before you with these fine young men who will be on showcase, not only our football team, but our band, cheerleaders, sports trainers, everyone that has been working throughout the summer to prepare for this game. Now, I wasn't going to say this, but Dr. Walker has started. For the last 4 years, A.H. Parker High School has been victorious. And before I bring up Coach Warren, I'm going to just do this. But without further ado, our state champion from 6A football, 5th year at A.H. Parker High School. Let's give a warm welcome for Coach Warren.
Thank you, Mr. Huston. Like they said before, man, this is something big here. We're trying to start with Coach Jackson. We started 3 years ago with a phone call with his kids' idea, come up with kids. To understand that it's more than violence, we got to come up with better conflict resolution for our kids and give them the outlets that we need. Like they started in the park league with the city, with the kids of the youth, and understanding that people look up to the high school kids here in the Birmingham city. So not just for football, cheerleaders, band, any extracurricular activity, so we can keep the kids out the street. And for the parents, keeping the kids busy, having something they can do and keep that stuff out of trouble. This is something we want to do and bring knowledge to the violence here in Birmingham, because it's affecting every school in Birmingham City, just not Park and Ramsey. So we wanted to do something special and display our talent, as well as some of the premier programs in the state of Alabama, just not in the city, Park and Ramsey. So I want to give it up to Coach Jackson now.
I would like to say the same thing everybody else just got finished talking about. When I first came up here, I was thinking about exactly what message that you guys need to hear. And so when this happened about 3 years ago, there were a lot of kids who were affected by the gun violence in our city. And so we had to make a stand. And so as coaches, we hear all kinds of stories every day coming from our kids, and we had to learn how to listen. And so what happened was we listened. We finally listened to our kids. And so they came up with the idea. And so I do want to thank Mrs. Bailey with her organization. She actually put a lot of this together. And so I just think, again, with all the things that's going on in our city, there is a positive light. There are kids who do care. There are coaches who do care. There are principals. There are superintendents. It's a lot of people who actually care, and not just listening to them. Let's find out things and resources to find out, okay, what's the solution? Also, thanks to all of our elected officials, because it's a huge thing. It's not just us. It takes everybody to take care of what's going on in our city. So again, it's going to be another great game on Thursday, and I'm very thankful for everybody coming out. Thank you. Gonna bring up two of my guys. First will be James Reynolds, and second will be Jared Brundage.
My name is James Reynolds. I'm a senior at Ramsey High School, and a little bit about myself in this game for me is, for the past 4 years that I've been here, this game has always been a big game for our team and our families and our school, of course. Listening to Coach Pop at practice, he preaches that the community is bigger than you think it is. It's always not just about you and your family, but it's outside families that suffer from the same problems you go through. So playing this game for, of course, our school and Parker's, we never know what our families go through at the end of the day. So this game is about being one big community, because at the end of the day, this school is just down the street from ours. So we sort of share a community in the downtown area. So playing this game for us and Ramsey is more than just about our school. It's about our community, and we want to keep our community safe. So that's all this game really means to me. And yeah.
This game does mean a lot to us. It's an opportunity for us to just go showcase our talents, not just on the field, but in the community as well. I mean, the game, football is ruthless. It's a ruthless sport, but you got to think about others. Everything is not about you. It's bigger than you. Now we give it out to the Parker guys.
Now introducing the players of Parker, Chancellor Sparks and Dylan Reese.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for allowing us student athletes to share a few words about the Stop the Violence Classic. As many has already said, this game is important because it reminds us that violence should never be the answer to resolving conflict. This game brings our community together to enjoy good football while bringing attention to this very important issue and how we can work together to address it. Violence of any kind affects more than just the people involved. It affects family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, and the list goes on. As student athletes, it is important for us to use our voice to share positive messages. Many young people look up to us athletes, so I think it's important for us to use football and any of our other platforms to spread peace. Too many people have been affected by violence. This classic is a way to remind everyone in the city of Birmingham that while we may play and cheer for different teams on the football field, we all on the same team off the field as we all battle to stop the violence. Go Herd, do you?
Good afternoon. The Stop the Violence game for me and my teammates is really bigger than the game. It's a way to show us that we all can come together and be as one, no matter what is happening in our city. We know it's a lot of things going on, and we know the game is just a way that we can all come together and show that violence isn't always the answer.
Good afternoon. My name is Andre Sparks, and I'm honored to serve the city as presiding judge, but I'm here in another capacity today. I'm really here representing one of the member agencies that the superintendent and the city of Birmingham graciously allowed to come alongside our educational system to support them in ventures like this. Because of the funding of both of these entities, we were able to create a program called Common Ground that has been able to go into every single school in the city of Birmingham. And we're happy to come in and teach conflict resolution to these kids. It's a well-worn statement that it takes a village, but we put that into action, that it really does take a village. We come in, and if you want to see a decrease in violence, a decrease in gun activity, there's more to do than just talk about it. You have to actually be about it. And so we'll show up at this game, and we'll be passing out a whole lot of t-shirts with a simple message on it. The message is, be the peace. Be the peace that you want to see. The absence of violence is good, but the presence of all good things has to be there. You have to be more compassionate. You have to be more loving. You have to be more kind, and so that's what we're teaching these kids in school every day. I applaud these young people for what they do, but it also takes older people to help teach those lessons every day. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of it.
Good afternoon. My name is Letitia Watkins Harville. I have the pleasure of serving as the board representative for District 6. Just briefly, I am so proud of these young people, our scholar athletes. They are truly leaders on the field and off the field. We're so grateful that they have run with this concept and that they're amplifying their voices, that they're standing in their communities, that they're standing in their schools, and they're being the change that you've heard of. They're being the peace, and they're really putting action behind their words. Thank you to the city, the mayor's office. Thank you to Judge Sparks. A few years ago, we sat down and we talked, and we came up with a concept, and we piloted it in one of our high schools, and now Common Ground is in all of our high schools and middle schools. So thank you to every elected official, to our superintendent, and to all of our coaches, and this entire community that's coming together to tackle this issue.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Crystal Smithman. I proudly serve as the District 6 representative for the Birmingham City Council. When I think about an event like this, I think of two words: Birmingham Strong. That was a slogan that the city actually used during the pandemic. And I think that slogan is something we can continue for years and decades on the line, because Birmingham Strong is about everybody. It's about our kids, it's about our coaches, the city, the school board, everybody coming together and really uplifting our city. I am so proud of the students because, you know, at the city, we always talk about if we want to see a change in behavior in our city, we have to start with our kids. And so I think with a lot of times, a lot of the movements over history have started with kids. Whether it was the civil rights movement, for example, you know, it was kids that led that. So I'm hoping to see, I really want to give a charge to Birmingham City Schools that we not only do this for football, but we do this for basketball, for soccer, for softball. Really have a stand saying no, violence is not going to happen in our city, in our schools. We have to stop it, because honestly, I feel like it's almost like a cycle, right? Because I remember being in high school and having shootouts at football games and ducking, and nobody would really listen to us, as Coach Jackson would say. They would just put us into an auditorium, tell us, give us a little charge, and go about our day. But the students, they're saying, no, we're going to take action. We just need your support. So I just want to say, Parker, Ramsey, and I think when the kids said, it doesn't matter what team we cheer on, we're all on one team, and that's Birmingham Strong. Thank you.
I'm Melissa Bailey. I'm a community organizer with Moms Demand Action here in Birmingham. And I first got involved with this game 3 years ago when Coach Jackson called and said that his students had come up with an idea. The players had come up with an idea for how to use the voice that they had through their success the prior year to call attention to something. And this is the issue that they wanted to call attention to. And they wanted to call attention to it because it's a problem. It's a problem here in our city, and it's something that they have to deal with and they have to live with. And what we need in order for change to happen is for these students to get involved, and that's exactly what they're doing. Coming up here and speaking to a bunch of cameras that I'm sure is not super comfortable for someone who's in high school, but they're learning to do it. We took one of the students that's here today with us to Montgomery, and he spoke to lawmakers at the State House. This is something that they are learning, that if they want to make a difference, they have to stand up and say that they demand more, not just from each other, but from themselves, not just from themselves, but from all of us as well. And so this game is a way that they can call attention to it. So it's not just the football team, it's not just the city of Birmingham, it's not just the police, it's not just the teachers. Everybody is involved in this, and that's been the great thing to see about this game, is everyone coming together, like they said, in community. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Commissioner Sheila Tyson. I am a product of the Birmingham school system. I graduated from West End High School. I promised myself that I would come back and give to my community. When I started the program with the young ladies that we have been taking to DC since 2000, We advanced it in 2014 to take all of the high school students, at least 10 out of each high school students, to Washington, D.C. to represent Jefferson County. These young ladies have took their fight against violence nationally. They have spoke to the president. They have spoke to Congress and their senators on this issue. I am so proud of the Birmingham school system and what they stand for and these students. We are creating true leaders. They have a proven track record, and I stand with them in the slogan, "We can work together to solve anything."
Thank you all so much. There is one important fact that we need to highlight. The game happens this Thursday at 7 o'clock. And that field out there will be lit up with football players, cheerleaders, bands. The fans are coming out. So we want to encourage everyone to come, but there's going to be information available so that we can continue to partner together as a community to end violence. Thank you so very much. If there are any questions related to the game and this particular platform, we would welcome them at this time.
I understand that this is a strong rivalry between the two schools. Have y'all, the two schools, made a bet, like, if Ramsey wins, something's going to happen at the park? Mr. Hudson?
Oh, we haven't, but I'm definitely open to it.
Okay. I didn't hear a response from Dr. Walker.
I didn't.
But I'm sure she had something.
The game will be played on the field.
The game will be played on the field. We know. Thank you all so very much. Are there any other questions? Who's going to win?
Just hold up your phone.
Birmingham. Someone said Birmingham, and that's right. When we come together, Birmingham wins. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much.
All right, thank you. My pleasure.